So I wrote this book. It's called The Night Field. It was around 2012 when I first got tapped on the shoulder by this story of a young girl born into a forest utopia not on this planet. Catastrophe comes crashing down on her people, and it falls to her to fight her way to the source of the trouble and fix it. Now, this sounded like pretty familiar ground to me. I'm a fantasy writer, and I've venerated the hero's journey ever since I first read The Hero with 1,000 Faces way back 1,000 years ago when I was in my early 20s. Now, that's what I thought would happen. But years of writing went by. Pages piled up, hundreds of pages. But the trouble was, I just couldn't get Pinboy back home with the goods. The way Joseph Campbell tells it, the hero always brings back the boon to the people. But no matter how I twisted and contorted that plot to try to force Pinboy's quest to succeed, it just made the story seem contrived and cheesy. I kept getting emails from my worried best friend. Have you gotten that rainforest girl out of the hell camp yet? And I hadn't. I couldn't. But I kept trying. And I'm not saying that I was consciously trying to cram my story into Campbell's mold, but looking back on it from here, I can tell you that the hero's journey did have a chokehold on me. It was the story itself that shook me free. The climate crisis is here, and it means business. To meet it and the homeostatic mechanisms, our poor, battered planet is already visiting on us to reduce the numbers of her most troublesome species. Full participation is going to be required. Everyone and every part of everyone, because the hero's journey also has to do with our inner quest for wholeness. Everyone is going to have to hero up to face the coming storms. As we story makers offer our people powerful images of our collective heroism, our duos and teams and leagues and legions of superheroes, we have to stretch that good old circle even further so it can frame whole nations, the entire human race, because that is what is needed. You can't have what you can't imagine. So, my heroes, my dreamers, my imaginers, let's imagine that.
Our way, step by step in patient grace, flowing to the real. One by one we make our way, getting closer every day, back to the real. Some bridges take a generation to span the distance of our minds, like weaving trees across the waters. It takes the work of life and dreams of love and peace, unending, reaching out over the seas between you and me, a sandy turtle